everyone. I hope you're having a great day today. We're going to talk a little bit about crystal skulls. I was introduced to the crystal skull world in 2008, and it has been an exciting journey since I started. Crystal skulls are valuable for meditative tools. They have a protective nature. You can use them for house clearing, land clearing, clear out people's auras, healing work. The sky's the limit to what you can use crystal skulls for. And there's a lot of classes that will help to teach you how to work with these incredible stones. So they are different than just working with regular crystals, because a regular crystal usually doesn't have a personality attached to it, whereas crystal skulls do. So I'm going to be holding up a variety of crystal skulls. One of the first things you want to do is you want to take a good look at the crystal skull and see if it looks appealing to you. Does the color that it some of them are rose quartz, would be pink and purple. This one's kind of a smoky color. Do you like the face? I don't like faces of skulls that look scary. So I tend to stay away from those because people have fears about them anyway. Now here's one that's a very different color. It's kind of like green and moss. It's not clear. It's got just a really different, but it's got a very nice, friendly face. And it's just very appealing to me. It's got more quartz on that side. And so when you buy crystal skulls online, you can't really touch and hold them. That's really kind of like the best way, is picking them up and holding them if you can have the opportunity to do that. And then they come in a variety of different faces. I mean, depending on the artist, like this one's got a real square looking face. I don't know, this one's different. And the nose, this one's nose, like the nose doesn't stick out, versus having a skull like this where the nose, protrudes out. So you can see the difference there. And then you just kind of get an idea, like this guy feels kind of like a geek, pencil, like he's very intelligent and very serious. That's the other thing that you want to do, is what kind of feeling do you get from the skull? Some skulls are absolutely beautiful. Like they're so clear, and they're blingy and they're magnificent. And this one's got a clear spot up here. They might flash rainbows at you. Whether or not you want a skull with rainbows, they tend to be a little more expensive. But you can find out if that's something that you like to have. This one, I love the faces on these. These are very interesting. And then you have other ones. It depends on what size you want. This is like a 6 or 7 pound skull. And all your skulls react differently when you hold them. They'll acclimate to what you are, to your energy. So this is a really big 6 to 7 pound skull. I have a 52 pound skull. And I got to tell you, I was so excited to get that. But to haul a 52 pound skull around, that's hard work. I do have some 11, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11 pounds, kind of in that range. And, that's a heavier, bigger skull if you want that. But it's, you have to think about what you're going to do with that skull. So that's the first thing, is what do you want to do with that skull? Do you want to use it like to learn telepathy, to communicate with the being that's inside of it? Do you want to use it for healing? Are you going to use it for protection? Kind of think about, what are you going to use it for? If you want to use it like for clearing land or protecting, a little skull like this doesn't quite hold up. It won't quite measure up to doing a big area of space versus a skull that is this size. So in other words, think of it as like a hard drive of a computer. The bigger the hard drive, the more that computer can accomplish. So figure out the type of stone that you are drawn to. I tend to go with all quartz crystals, which is your amethyst, citrine, smokies. What else are quartz? Your clear quartz, your milky quartz. These quartz family are programmable. So they're like computers. You can put information into them, they'll save it, they can play information back. Whereas if you get like a lapis or a jasper, that isn't a quartz, you lose that programmable feature, but you still have, a nice stone with the quality of that stone in the shape of a crystal skull, but it doesn't pack the same pow as what a quartz crystal skull does. And when I say quartz crystal skull, it doesn't have to be, clear like this, although the more clear, the more powerful the skull is. I tend to find, and this might not be true for every situation, but I tend to find that the clearer skulls do have a little more power, and they have like a masculine type of out there energy. And the milky skulls tend to have a softer energy. So they're not really like male or female, but it's the type of energy that they send out. So the kind of milky ones that aren't super clear are more soft. That's just what I have found. You might have a different experience. And remember, when you work with crystal skulls, there's no right or wrong experience. It's whatever your experience is, that's the right one. So pick out skulls that feel good to you, they look good, they're visually appealing to you. And just be open to the fact that there's a lot of great books out there for you to research for information. So this was just a little bit of help from me to you. Thank you.